matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Here's Dobbs to throw.
Nice play right there to stop him.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go now. 15 on it. 15 on it. Double time, double time. Even. 4 down. Even.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
57. Mike, 57. Come on. You flipped it. 57's the Mike. Rock 57. All right, T. Let's try. All right, T.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
We got 4. We got 4.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Regular.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the 1st quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dobbs. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
I'm coming for you, son. Yeah. 57. Oh, here we go. Oh, shut up.
On 3rd down, Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go now. 15 running.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dobbs. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
The Rams on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Let's go. 57's Mike.
From the shotgun, here's Downs. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. We always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Payne. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Dobbs is throwing. Completes it to Dixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Dobbs got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Mike, 57. No chance. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Operating from the gun. Dobbs looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gray. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They come up in an offset eye.
6-man. Check cross, check cross, check cross.
On 2nd down now, it's Payne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Payne. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A try here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Rams 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
They're not ready for this. They point it right, point it right, point it right. Y'all playing it wrong.
On 3rd down, Payne. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Hey, alert 33.
On 1st down, it's Payne. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. To throw, Mayfield. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 45 on second down, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Hey, check. 3, hey.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. They try right side here. Gurley. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Wide, get wide.
From the gun, Dobbs, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
I got one. 57, Mike, 57. Yo. 57's the Mike, watch 57. It's coming this way, Here we go. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Operating from the gun. Dobbs, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dobbs. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. From the 44, Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Payne trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. An 18-yard touchdown grab. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 41-yard line.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
And now look at him go. 30, the 20. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the sixth time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
I got you. I got you. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this.
Back to the air on second down. Dobbs. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 16-yard line.
Jim. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey. Regular. Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Payne. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Watch QB drop. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
From the gun, Dobbs. He'll get this one to Cup complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
57's the mic.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
You better be afraid of me.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first and goal, Gurley. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Another try on second down with Gurley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Third and goal, Gurley. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Here we go, it's Gurley. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. Gurley unable to punch it in on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Let's go. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. I got heads here. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Throwing on first down. Dobbs. And that'll be incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
and I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. On first down, Dobbs, and he rifles one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
I'm here all day. 50 seconds to play.
To throw again, Dobbs. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing after the interception. Dobbs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and that'll bring up second down.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Throwing again. Dobbs. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The Rams on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Dobbs over the middle, complete. It's Tucker. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A first down and then some. 36 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. He's at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman. Then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Payne. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Payne. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw is Dobbs. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 39 that time. Now Dobbs. That'll be caught by Cup. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job